Tonight on Heat of the Drum, it's over-the-top salsa chili. Stick around, you're going to like this one. Welcome back to Heat of the Drum. My name is Steve. Today we are doing salsa chili. Salsa chili, what's that? Well, it's normally a chili that people will open up a can of salsa, pour inside, mix it in, salsa chili. Now, what I'm going to do different here is I'm going to build the salsa as part of the ingredients of the chili. Then we're going to put our meat mixture together and we're going to smoke that over the top. So without further ado, let's get right into this. Let me show you the ingredients we got. We got the old Dutch oven out here and start assembling this. Here we go. So what I have here is two 15-ounce cans of black beans that I have already rinsed. We're going to start out with those. 2 jalapenos diced. These came out of my garden. Some of them just happen to turn red. No problem. That's the way I like them. Let's go ahead and put those in there. 1 4-ounce can of green chilies. 1 yellow onion diced up. 1 yellow pepper diced up. Now what I have here is a can of chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. This is a 7.5-ounce can. I used half of it. And what I did is I went ahead and chopped these up. So let's go ahead and add those in there. What I have here is about 20 cherry tomatoes that I just simply chopped in half. 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. 14.5-ounce can of chicken broth. A lot of pretty colors going on in there. Looking really good. Now, if we were to eat it this way, it'd be a little bland, so we got to add some spice. Let me show you what I got. What I have here is 1 tablespoon of dark chili powder, 1 tablespoon of hot Mexican-style chili powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of chipotle chili pepper. And I have all that right here. Let's get it mixed up. Here's all them spices, and we're just going to go ahead and mix them up ahead of time. Smells good already. When you're done, it's going to look like that. And we want to get that spice evenly distributed throughout the chili. Chili's prepped, ready to go. Let's talk about our meat. Let's talk our meat mixture. It's very simple. What I have here is 1 pound of ground chuck. We're going to mix that with 14 ounces of pork chorizo sausage. 1. And as soon as you do that, you will start smelling it. There's a lot of spice going on in here, and it's really going to contribute to this chili. Time to get messy. And you want to thoroughly mix this. You want that chorizo to really get mixed in there with that ground chuck. It's messy, but it's worth it. Once you have it combined, go ahead and grab it out of here. Set that off to the side. And now we'll just start forming it. And what I like to do is go for kind of a round circular meatloaf. Just like that. Now we're not going to put any rub on this. There's plenty of flavor from that chorizo in there. We're leaving it just like it is. This is going to go back in the fridge and hang out until we got our drum smoker prepped and ready to go. This is covered. We'll just leave this off to the side. It'll be fine right where it's at. Let's get this drum smoker fired up. What I have here is some Cowboy hickory and oak blend lump mixed with a little Kingsford. Same thing in my chimney. And we're going with some cherry wood today. My favorite part of the day. Put my restrictor plate in. So what are we smoking at today? Looking for around 280, 285, give or take, in that range. Once we get this thing dialed in, we will be putting the food on, and that'll be shortly. I'll bring you back then. It's time to get the food on. Here we go. First thing we're going to do is get our chili on. Quickly get our upper grate on. And like I said, we're doing over the top chili, so we're going to come in over the top with our meat, just like that. Get our thermometer back in here. And get the lid back on. Okay, the food is on. Now what I'm going to do is, I got a little timer here, so I'm going to set my timer for 1 hour and 15 minutes. At 1 hour and 15 minutes, we're going to reach in there and we're going to rotate that meat so we can get even cooking on there. Then at that point, we'll go ahead and put our thermometer in, we'll check our temp, and we'll monitor, and we're looking for an internal of around 150. But I'll see you in 1 hour and 15 minutes. It has been 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's get a look at this over-the-top salsa chili. Now, all we're going to do is reach in there and rotate this meat, get our thermometer in there, and see what temp we're at internally on that. But check this out. Remember I said I wanted to be 280, 285? Right now we're 284. And as you can see, 284. Oh yeah. Now I'm just going to reach in here and grab this and kind of rotate it just like that. Let's get our probe in. Definitely can tell it's not done yet. Now we're not going to stir the chili, not yet. Looks like our internal temp on the meat is 103. Now I want to go to 150. At 150, yeah, it's not technically done, but remember, we're going to shred that and we're going to put it in the chili, and it's going to cook a little while longer once we get it in there, and that'll finish that off. I'll bring you back once this hits 150 internal. Right there it is, 150. Let's check this meat. Now, remember our target temp on the drum smoker was 280, 285. Right now, 286. We're right where we want to be. Let's get this meat off. We'll let that rest for about 20 minutes, then we'll shred it. But we're going to get our first stir on this chili, because remember, we haven't stirred it yet. We're going to get our first chance to get in there and stir it up. Here we go. Woo-wee, look at that meat. We no longer need this probe. I'm going to get this one out of the way. Look at that guy. Let's get him off. This is our first stir of the chili. Here we go. So this is definitely not done yet. We're just mixing it up for the very first time. Oh man, does it smell good though. Let's get the lid back on. We're going to let this meat rest for 20 minutes. We'll shred it. We'll bring it back and put it in that chili. It's been 20 minutes. We've shredded our chorizo and ground chuck mixture, and now we're going to add that into this chili. Look at that. And man, if I only had smell-o-vision for you guys, because this smells so good. And now we're just going to mix this up. And don't worry, this has still got a ways to go. And I'll explain that in a minute. We just got our chorizo and ground chuck mixture crumbled and put in that salsa chili. Got it stirred in there. It's looking really good. It's smelling really good, but it's going to be at least another hour and a half before this is done. And what's going to happen at the 45-minute mark, we're going to reach in there, stir that again, and let it go another 45 minutes. At that point, we are going to judge, does it need another 30 minutes? Is it good to go? It might be ready to come off. I'm going to be checking it real close at that point. So I'll see you in 45 minutes, and we'll give this a stir. It's been 45 minutes. Let's get the lid off and give this a stir. Starting to steam through, and that's what we want to see. And it's starting to thicken. Look at that. Woo-wee, that smells good. But we ain't done yet. Wow, as good as that looked, we're going 45 more minutes. At that point, then we're going to start to decide, are we done? Do we need to go 30 more minutes? I'll see you then in 45 minutes. All right, it's been another 45 minutes. Let's get in here and stir this thing. Look at that bubble action. Let's go ahead and get it stirred. Oh, man. This is very close. "30 more minutes and this is coming off. Got a few more things to prep to finish this bowl of salsa chili off. Look at this thing bubbling away. Look at that. This is going to come off and rest for 15 minutes. Here we go. This has been resting for 15 minutes. Now we're going to finish it off. Let me show you how. Let me show you how we finish this off. Look at this chili. Look at that ball. And how we're going to finish this off is with a little cheddar cheese. Just like that. A little of this Mexican crema. A little cilantro. And some fresh lime right over the top, just like that. Nothing left to do but try this. I've been smelling this for hours, and I know it's going to taste good. Mmm. Mmm. Man, that's hot. Look at this. Man. This has got some flavor. This is so worth it. You gotta make this. The flavors. I know I always say it, that I'm eating good tonight, but once again, I'm eating good tonight. Till I see you again the next time on Heat of the Drum.